we've been getting calls about the stars on the monument, and the complaint is about the sales tax, and Joe Gittarelli's here. He could probably tell us. You gotta get up, Joe, and tell them why we gotta pay the sales tax. They keep saying it's a permanent item and they don't wanna pay the sales tax. We tell them they gotta pay the sales tax. You wanna say anything?
New York State says you have to pay the sales tax. It's not a capital improvement.
It just has to be,
Right,
correct?
it's a capital improvement. It's sales tax, right? It's tax.
Okay.
I might add that Mr. Gittarelli isn't making a lot of profit on those stars, if anybody thinks that he is. And the quality of the work, I think it's a very reasonable price, considering those stars are going to be there long after everybody in this room is gone.
Correct.
Sometimes it's cheap to spend a buck now.
Right. It's more of a convenience, a service to the community than a business. So, okay.
Can I just mention one thing?
Why not?
I see Jack Shealy here, and yesterday Jack was named by Schenectady County the Senior Citizen of the Year. Congratulations, Jack Shealy. Yesterday, he was named the Senior Citizen of the Year by Schenectady County. And you received a plaque at the state, right?
Excuse me?
You received your plaque yesterday?
Yes, the governor was supposed to do it, but the lieutenant governor did it. And it was a very, very nice ceremony.
Congratulations, Jack.
Thank
You
you.
deserve it.
Thank you.
Okay, public comment, privilege of the floor.
Diane Marco, 842 Curry Road. I'd like to read a letter that's on the town of Rotterdam's letterhead with everyone's name on it. It's dated March 28th, 2011. It's to Todd Kaza and Cindy Dumar of 807 Vista Boulevard, Schenectady, New York, 12306. It says, Dear Cindy and Todd, on behalf of the town board members and the town of Rotterdam residents, I would like to thank but it should say you, for your generous donations to the Senior Citizen Center. I know that the 8 security cameras will be put to good use at the center. I'm sure that they will help to make the senior center safer for our citizens. Again, on behalf of our residents, I thank you. Sincerely, Francis Delgallo. I was actually complimenting, because I think that's a great thing, because the seniors, you know, to make it a safe environment over there, and I think it was a great thing. But then I heard yesterday that Mr. Delgallo asked them to take them all out of there, and I didn't know. Is that something they're going to be taken out, Frank? Because the seniors were all happy about it.
No, the camera's problem was in the kitchen. We can't have cameras in the work area. It's harassment. People have been complaining about cameras in the work area.
But let me just say, what if someone's pocketbook...
I'm just telling you what it is,
just
and if they say it's a harassment, then it's the workers that are...
Right, but that's always been a problem there, no matter what. I'm saying if someone's in there...
You know, the cameras are okay in the parking lots, in the halls, and where things, but not in the work area.
So if there's a resident in the senior citizen kitchen, either the new kitchen or the brass rail, and someone has their pocketbook stolen, we can't be with the generation of now with cameras and stuff, that we will be able to see who did it?
What's the reason for having a camera in the kitchen?
To
watch them cook?
No. I'm saying we have people come in there.
The people have been complaining also. I get the complaints.
There was 4 people that complained, 2 employees and 2 senior citizens. At the association meeting, they were thrilled that you were doing it, thrilled. So I just think it's a great thing. I think you should really check with the Senior Citizen Association. I know Jack's the president. They were thrilled that you had them throughout the center. It wasn't just the brass rail. The new kitchen, the brass rail, I know by the dumpster, just if something happens to someone, I think that's a great thing for safety. So I just wanted to check with you to see if that's true, that they were going to come down. I mean, if someone donated, I mean, just so you know, donated all their time with wiring it and the cameras and everything, and then it's kind of heartless to have them take them all out, I think.
I'm only doing with the people that work there, the customers that come in. We're complaining about them, So it's to take them out of the kitchen. We lived with them without them being in the kitchen for how many years?
Well, that's the problem, Frank.
No, the problem is the people don't like them there.
But you didn't ask the Senior Citizen
As
Association.
far as I'm concerned, I could care less where they go, they ain't on me.
Yeah, Jack Shealy, 99 Stacy Crest Drive. The senior citizens are super happy that they're there, okay? And if you work in a restaurant, the restaurants all have cameras in them for their employees and everything else too, okay? You know, the people that are complaining are the ones that don't show up on time and aren't working the way they should be working in that cafeteria there. And that's the ones that are complaining. The people that come in every day want the cameras in there.
Jack, Mr.
So,
President.
excuse me, you're saying the people that complain are the ones that don't show up on time?
Yeah, well, they don't show up on time.
So
and
in
they
other
show-
words, are the cameras there to see if they show up on time?
I don't know if that's the reason.
That's what you're saying.
Well, but, you know, why are they complaining?
Well,
If they're doing
that's
their
actually
job,
what
then
you
they
just
should.
said.
Yeah, but if they're doing their job, they shouldn't have any worries about it.
The cameras were there for safety, not whether somebody shows up on time. But you just brought it up that they're there
Well,
because of
I get
people
calls
to
from
keep
people.
track of people
Well,
coming
but
there
I
on
get calls
time.
from members and so forth that don't like the stuff that's going on in the brass rail at times and so forth, and, you know, that stuff is thrown around and stuff like that and so forth, you know. So the members that come in there, the senior citizens, want the cameras there.
Jack,
Go ahead.
I just want to clarify what you just said. You weren't saying they were there for people coming late. You're saying that the people who come in late are complaining. That's what
Yes,
you said.
that's exactly right.
So you did not, you never said it was there.
No,
Okay.
no.
And as the senior,
Right.
as the president,
Yeah,
you're suggesting the cameras stay there.
yeah, so people like to see them there, yes, they do. And I'll tell you, there's one lady that, yes, I'm trying to think of her name right now. She lives on, Bridget Pandori, okay? If it wasn't for cameras in Walmarts, they would have never caught the girl that went into her pocketbook and took her wallet out and so forth. So when they, and she was right in the Walmart store when somebody came up and was talking to her and carrying on a conversation with her, but went in and stole her pocketbook, her wallet out of the pocketbook and so forth. And so the seniors really feel much more comfortable because at Walmart's they were able to go back with the cameras and turn them over to the police department, and they were able to find the woman that stole her wallet. So, you know, if things are going to happen, you know, let's have the cameras there for their protection. Right.
Now, I have no problem with cameras.
Okay.
I have them in my store, I have them in the pool store, I have them in the wagon train, I have them all around the property. I have no problems with the cameras.
Right.
But when a worker comes and says they're being harassed because of these cameras,
How's it harassing?
now I would have to say, if somebody says that, what am I supposed to do about it?
Well, but for two employees, you're going to change.
I don't know if there's a law for or against it. I would have to
There's
check on
restaurants
the
all over
law.
the place that have cameras in their kitchens and
Yeah.
everything else for,
Excuse
you
me.
know.
I will check and see if there's a law where they can call it harassment. If it isn't, I can care less if the cameras are there. I have them in my place.
Yep.
I think cameras are good. But if somebody, a worker comes and says you're harassing me because you got cameras on me,
Right.
I have to say, maybe they're within the law and we have to take them out of there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have to check on them. Until I check on them, they have to be out of there until we check to see if they can be in there.
Yeah.
That's simple enough. I don't have nothing against cameras.
Okay, great.
I got them in all my businesses, so why would I be against them?
Okay, while I'm at the mic too, talking about harassment, I've received a lot of calls from the seniors, and they say that Molly is being harassed now that she's been fired and so forth too. What's the situation on the board with that? When she has the doctor's statement that states that she's supposed to be out of work. My phone isn't, you know, is ringing off the hook with members calling and, you know, wanting to form funds to hire attorneys and so forth, you know.
Well, I'm not allowed to talk about personnel.
Can you just tell me too, as the members are asking, what's the difference between Eunice being out a year and a half and Molly being out a couple of weeks or a month?
We're not allowed to discuss those issues.
Okay.
We can't. It isn't that we don't want to, we can't. All right, those people have rights, okay? And I heard the comment you just made about Eunice. She's an elected official, we have no control over her. And any other issues that pertain to any employee, we have to go by the regulations, okay? So we can't talk about it,
Okay,
all right?
sure,
I understand your concerns,
yeah.
but we have to protect the interest of the employee in the town of Rotterdam.
Okay.
Todd Coes at 807 Vista Boulevard. I'm here to talk to you about cleaning up our town. It's now been a couple of months, summer's here. We still have a house on Broadway with an open attic that you can see from the road. We now have Kramer Ave. There's 4 properties on Altamont Ave, and then we have that lovely, property across from the Pilot. Great economic opportunity here to go out to bid for these properties. Our contractors can bid this at prevailing wage, which is great for our local economy. Although the town might have to eat some cost of it up front, they can recoup the money through mechanics liens. Or they can turn that over to the property owner and let them deal directly with those contractors and do it at a much reduced rate. But please, let's put an end to the derelict properties in this town and start cleaning things up. Another economic opportunity is the Time Warner contract that's coming up for you guys. Please put build out in this Time Warner contract so we can further economic development in other parts of this town. Great home businesses can occur in rural areas of this town. Farming needs technology. Please include build out, like 20% of the total amount in your contract with them, so that there is money out there to push cable television out Mariahville, out Putnam, out Curry Bush. Enough of this 1970s stuff. Let's move forward in this town. That's all I have to say.